YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here. Okay, this is going to be a deck profile and thoughts with Nationals, World Championship qualifiers, whatever you want to call them. I think that I'm going to start a segment called Throwdown Thursdays, haha, Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically. It's because I know I've been neglecting Yu-Gi-Oh! And I haven't had a whole lot to talk about in the game. Like, locals have died. So I can't do locals reports. I might just give you guys deck profiles, and I'm sorry if that's boring, and maybe if I pick up a few packs, I'll do some openings and stuff. Be it at like 2:30 in the morning, Thursday morning like it is now, or be it, during the day, whatever else have you. Anyway, I'm going to go over this, and there's a reason I'm going over this, and that's because there's a top 8 anti-monster deck, which was pretty awesome. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it only lost, really, in its games to that wind-up game, where the wind-up deck that won Nationals, the guy who won, that Tyler guy, yeah, him, beat the deck. So, that being said, I don't know what was really ran in the anti-monster deck. I heard Descendant and stuff. There's a deck profile floating around I looked at, but no one knows for 110% sure. So anyway, we're going to go over the list. It's kind of sort of similar to the one from just looking over what I know of to the one that got into the top spots. Similar, not exact, not a carbon copy. It has similarities, like Tour Guide and Thunder King Ryos and stuff like that. Alright, anyway, so here's the 3 Tour Guides, Sangan, 3 Fossil Dyna, 3 Thunder King Ryo, 3 Doom Caliber, 3 Veiler, 2 Max C, 1 Gorse, 1 Black Luster, 3 Duality, 1 Avarice, which will probably come out, but it is nice. I mean, it also exchanges well if Dimensional Fissure goes in the sideboard, so you can take that out to put in Fissure, so on and so forth. It's not too great, but it works. I mean, it lets you recycle some of your cards like you're doing Caliber Knights and things. So Book of Moon, always a stun staple. I kind of wanted to go to 2, so stun can pick up some steam. It'd be nice, especially a priority gun. You can't be like Banish Rabbit. You'd be like, no, Rabbit goes face down. Other things like that. It'd be nice to have it at 2 with Ignition gone. Dark Hole, Reborn, staples, Mind Control to take their stuff over, make them cry. That's always fun. Heavy Storm, double Space Typhoon, double Torrential, double Warning, double Compulse. I'd almost run triple Compulse now that priority's gone. I mean, I don't know why not. Or do 2 bottomless, things like that. Just work around what you guys like. Mirror Force, Judgment, and Dimensional Prison. I think Prison is less and less effective with Dino Rabbit floating around, Dragons floating around, and Zekdors floating around. So that would come out. This deck has been together for quite a while. Probably around, or this deck was together before, I believe, rotations, and then I fixed it whenever we got double Torrential and stuff like that. And that was the last time I was in this deck, was probably back then, like in, what, March? And it's July now. So it's been a while since I've dug into this deck. Okay, side, don't pay too much attention or put too much weight on this, but Brio and Catastro, because I didn't have room in the extra. Same with this for the machine matchups, because Machina is getting out there. Crows, because I was terrified of Zekdors, but they're not as bad as I thought, which means I'll probably be dropping these down. These are pretty good. They'll probably quickly become Dimensional Fissures and Macrocosmos, most likely, because Macro outside of the Veilers doesn't hurt this deck. But then, like, if I'm going against Chaos Dragons, I think I'd want to take the Veilers out and the Max C's out because they don't do anything, and put in different stuff to fight Chaos Dragons. Maybe keep a couple of Shadow Imprisonings in the side. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I know macro would probably tear apart dragons real fast, so at least I'd hope so. Skill drains and 2 dust tornadoes. Extra, just 2 utopia, 1 ray, 1 roach, which I unfortunately don't own in real life yet. I hope he sees reprint quickly because he needs it. I mean, I don't even know his value right now. It says right here, low is 30 and high is nearly 50. That's still a little high for him, since he's not, as far as I know, he isn't seeing major play right now, outside of being a one-off. Leviathan Dragons, because they're 2,500 meters or stables. Giga Brilliant was an idea to test out. He'd probably become another Leviathan Dragon. Leviair, just in case you go macro strategy, or they bottomless something and you want it back. That sort of thing. 1 Zen Mains, it's getting reprinted. I will be picking up at least 110 to get the Zen Mains. Granosaurus, because I was trying to build this toward being a realistic deck I can make in real life. But because of the many reprints coming out, it probably won't be difficult. And that's kind of funny. I just looked at the price. The low is 5 cents and the high is 50 cents. He might be the lowest rare / hollow ever. That's kind of hysterical. Sorry, I know that's like an ADD moment, but that's funny. Okay, 1 Acid Golem. Tested him out. He's a 3,000 beater. He can get over some ridiculous stuff. Maybe even combat against Chaos Dragons enough. Maybe if you want to be techie and tricky, you know, use creature swap after you're done doing what you do with him and let them burn away. Scrap, Thought Roller, Stardust, Black Rose, and Magical Android. Okay, now to talk about World Championship qualifiers. Windups were the deck to pick alongside of this. I think that these were the 2 best decks to take going into it. Why? Okay, first off, this build that I'm showing you right here has Maxi and Valor mained. That could have shut down your wind-up matchups. I would have put 3 Wayne-Hu in the side, or found a way to mainboard them, like take out a Doom Cali and like a Valor, or not a Valor, but a Doom Cali like a Pot of Duality or a Pot of Avarice in, I don't know, something else somewhere, and force those Wayne-Hus in, because I think King Tiger Wayne-Hu is completely and utterly forgot about. And it's such a good card, because if you go first, you land your Wayne-Hu, Dino Rabbit just sits there unless they get one of their 3 and out of 40, 3, okay, 3 cards, not 5, not 6, 3 cards out of 40s, okay, for their 1900 vanilla. If they get that lucky, okay, Wayne-Hu dies. But it's 3 cards out of their entire deck. I don't know how good of odds they have. I know you have 3 Wayne-Hus, but you're also sitting on things like Duality to get your search up more so and quicker. You're also looking at Max C to discard to get into your Wayne-Hus later on, stuff like that. So there's chances that your deck, or this deck rather, might be a little bit quicker than Dino Rabbit. That's just speculation. I don't know. I haven't been able to thoroughly test this against Dino Rabbit to understand the differences between the 2 decks yet. But speculation, I think Wayne-Hu is a key factor that could really shut down a lot of cards in the meta. I mean, it's pretty good. Inzectors can't really do much over it. The only thing that they can do, and it's if you don't have a Valor to back you up, is summon their Inzector Centipede, equip Hornet, and blow up your Wayne-Hu. But like I said, you have Valor, you have Bottomless Trap Hole, which I'd probably put in here. I don't like it if you get it late game. Like Compulse is good just any time, unless they have a set MST and chain it. But outside of that, Compulse is good anytime. Warning just flat out stops scores. Judgment is Solemn Judgment. That should go without question. And Torrential Tribute, it was Torrential Tribute or Bottomless Trap Hole to go in that spot. I'm choosing Torrential Tribute just because if they get the jump on me, or say I let them do the Rescue Rabbit move and pull their 2 vanillas out, I will Torrential those away. And that way they've used up Rabbit and both their guys are gone. I know technically Bottomless Trap Hole does the same thing, but I might sometimes want cards in their graveyard to reborn for my field. So instead of them being banished, I can grab them. Or Levier allows me to do things too if they were to be banished. Like I said, it's debatable. Torrential Tribute also helps out against like Insector Swarms if they don't hit your Torrential Tribute and you wait. Like say they equip, you let it go, whatever, because you don't think they'll hit your Torrential, or you have something to protect it like a Veiler. I don't know. Maybe some weird deck. Or a better example would be Chaos Dragons. I mean, that's the best example I can think of where they just are like swarming or like Torrential. Your work just went to waste. So, I know I'm ranting a little bit, but I'm trying to give you guys scenarios of why I'm picking Torrential over Bottomless. Both, I think, are equally powerful and both are equally good. I just prefer, right now, Torrential Tribute. That might change. I was always a Bottomless Trap Hole guy, and I just think it didn't do enough. Torrential, on the other hand, is if they flood you and you anticipate, at least you can +1 them from time to time. Okay. So, remember, King Tiger Wayne, who's important. Tengu is not being played really at all outside of Scraps. And I don't think we've seen Scraps in forever. That being said, this is the deck list. You can make tweaks and changes. It's not meant to be the is-all to be-all. The fun part about, and this is my closing remarks, anti-meta or anti-monster stun, you know, control, whatever you want to call the deck, is that it's customizable between the main deck and the extra deck. You have so many cards that can go in and out that you can build it to customize for your meta or for the meta of what you think will be helpful. Like if you think Torbus is good to recycle your Doom Caliber, do it. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that my build is superior. I'm saying I like the way my build functions, and I think it's good to match up against most of the meta for the way it's designed right now. If windups are going to be flooded everywhere, I ditch a Pot of Duality and put Max C in and see what you can do. Alright guys, that's really all for my comments, and leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think is going to, you know, be good at Even Worlds. Let me know what you think of the national results, and that's really all. Peace, YouTube. ZeroMagnumX out. And I hope you enjoyed this segment of Throwdown Thursdays.